Hey everybody, hello. Today I will be walking to this area. Oh, okay, let me start off by introducing everything since I guess I'm going to put this on my Inner Pals page. So my name is Shannon. I am currently 19 years old. I live in a suburb an hour northwest of the most amazing city on earth called Chicago. But the place where I live is called Wheaton. Should be called boring, like capital Snoozeville, America. But it's nice for walking, and I like walking. And I'm trying to find a route to take that doesn't take me past my mom's bedroom, because I'm supposed to be doing homework right now, so I guess I'll just take the long way around through my backyard. This is my backyard, by the way. That's my dog going to the bathroom. You don't need to see that. So I've mentioned a few of my friends on Inner Pals that I make videos for other people, like, you know, about my life, who I am, stuff like that. And then they requested videos for themselves as well. And I don't have enough space on my phone to take a video for everyone. So I'm just gonna do this like all in one go. This is like one massive take. Anyways, so I guess you want to see some of the scenery. That's my backyard back there. This is like the street behind my backyard. If you go that way around that house, that takes you to my work. I work at a, I don't know exactly what everyone uses the term, but here it's called like a grocery store or whatever. I work in a deli where I cut like lunch meats and like cheeses, and like people say like I want a pound of ham or whatever, and so I cut it for them. And I'm really short. I'm 5'2", and I only weigh 108 pounds. So I have to stand on my tiptoes to reach the scales to weigh everyone's meat, and it's pretty amusing. They all laugh at me. I just say like, yeah, I'm a midget. I don't remember that path ever being there. Hold on, I got a message on Facebook from someone. Close. Okay, so, but there is this area across the street from me. Well, not across the street. If you go out to the end of my street and then across that street, this street here, it's called Roosevelt Road. It is a super major highway in America. It's like either Route 53 or 58 or 85 or 83 or something like that. There's a 5 and 8 or a 3 in there in some order. I don't know. I'm terrible with road names and directions. I just know Roosevelt Road because it's Roosevelt Road. Oh, another Facebook. Anyways. So yeah. It is currently like 11 o'clock-ish a.m. here, and so people should be at work and stuff, but it's still this busy. See how busy it is? It's a very major street. I'm going to attempt to cross it and film. I'm going to go back down this way before I cross, because there's an actual intersection here where I can cross it. Plus then you get to see my street that I didn't want to come up on because I went out the back door, and to go around to the front, my mom would see me talking to my phone, and she'd be like, wait a minute, that's not homework. My mom can be a little controlling sometimes. For the most part, we get along, but I generally try not to let her see me doing stuff that would make her angry. I'm sure even if you don't have a controlling parent, one can understand that. My bangs are like flying all over the place today. Okay, so... Also, I have a really bad left foot, long story, but so if I randomly like trip or say ow, like that's why. Oh, perfect, I get a green light too so I can actually cross without having to like run myself over. Okay, let's go. Ha, I'm alive. Anyways, I don't remember if I actually told you where I'm taking you guys today, but anyways, I'll let you see some more of the scenery. That's my street back there. It's called Saddle Road. Oh gosh, now people can creep on me because I told them I live in Wheaton and on Saddle Road. My mom is a huge safety freak. If she knew that I told someone that, especially someone that, you know, I've never actually met, like just someone online, she'd probably shoot me. So here's like some other scene over here. So this is what suburban life in America looks like, or at least for Illinois. A lot of Illinois is like farmland and country. Not really country, like, you know, country life, you know, like cowboys and stuff. That's more in the South, or like the Southwest. Like if any of you know like American geography, it's like, you know, it's either like straight south of us, like, you know, Kentucky, Texas, of course Texas, states like that. Not Florida. you go through the South and like, you know, you start to get further and further south, and then the accent starts sounding more like this, and it gets heavier and heavier. Further south you go, and then you get to Florida and it sounds like us again. It's like, what? But then also if you go southwest, which is like Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, I don't know if they really have the accent so much, but that is definitely, you know, like cowboy and ranch life, you know, like they raise cattle and stuff like that. Anyways, you probably aren't going to watch this video just for me. This is going to be kind of a long video. Don't know if I'll actually put this up on Interpals. I might just send people this link. I was going to put in Interpals like on the About Me section, but this is really, really long. And I talk a lot, and I'm kind of really hyper. So if this video annoys you and sends you away from my profile, I'm sorry. Sort of. I mean, I'm one of those people where it's like, if you don't like me, then I don't care. Like, I just don't deal with it. It's like, I don't want people in my life that hate me anyway, so. Oh, random tidbit. I taught myself how to French braid yesterday. I don't know if, like, you know, there's regular braiding and then there's French braiding. Gosh, I don't know what you guys call it, if it's the same or not. But French braiding is, like, more intricate. And it actually, like, you know, it goes into the side of your hair as opposed to just coming straight down. It ends in a regular braid, but anyway. So I French braided my hair for the first time yesterday, and that was exciting. Some more houses. These are called townhouses, where it's like one house, but it's like split in half, or however many parts that, you know, it was built to be split in. And so like each half has like a complete working house set, you know, like kitchen and all that stuff. And so like, you know, it's not as big as a regular house, it's not as expensive either. And I'm pretty sure you can own townhouses, but I know a lot of people rent them. They're sort of like just, you know, a glorified apartment. So it's like an apartment that's more of a house than an apartment. Anyway, so, for a minute time, I'm going to try to tell you where I'm taking you guys today. So, this is like this like old like retirement area. Like a lot of retired people live here in these townhouses and complexes and stuff. Ow, my foot, sorry. But around this corner here, I don't know, because I can't see exactly where, if you can see that corner, you'll see it when we get up to there. But if you turn right at that corner there, get down to the end, there's this little garden area. Oh gosh, I forget what the gardens are called. I'll remember when I see the sign. People are like, who's this crazy teenager on her phone? Yeah, teenagers have a very bad reputation in America. I'm one of the few teenagers in America that isn't like pregnant, doing drugs, stealing stuff, or all that crap. Yeah, America's kind of stupid. I mean, I'm sure every place has their, you know, juvenile delinquents, but for all those stereotypes out there, you know, like Americans are all fat, they all eat fast food, that's not a stereotype, that's true. I mean, I generally don't. I'm not super fat. I'd like to think I'm not fat. But it is not an exaggeration. There are people that literally, like, look like giant blueberries and stuff. And they still come to McDonald's and order like 5 Big Macs. It's awful. Let's see, what are some other stereotypes? Americans are, I mean, obviously there's exceptions. There's nice people. I'm pretty nice. But there are a lot of very rude and ignorant Americans that like to just think they know everything about everything. Like, you know, they'll go over somewhere in Europe and be like, you know, I know everything about life, you know, and they'll like, you know, walk up to, you know, someone. Like my French teacher told me that she was in France and like French people tend to, you know, kind of like get like, I don't know, around Americans. It's apparently, oh, here's more saying, because Americans apparently actually go to like France, and they walk up to people and they're like, hey, tell me where this is. And the French people are like, excusez-moi. I do speak French, but I feel like English is a better language to use if I'm going to put this on Interpals. Not just like, you know, try to be like pompous because I'm American, so, you know, you all better speak English. But anyways, these are the gardens. They're called Hurley Gardens. They're very pretty. When I was a very little girl, I used to tell myself I was going to get married there. It's really small though, so it's not really good, but, you know, for nights when you're, hello, it's a typical person living in this area. On nights when there's like a fancy formal event at schools or whatever, like, you know, prom or homecoming or a school dance, I don't know what you guys call them there. Apparently in England they're called discos. In America, disco was like something that happened back in the 80s with like bell-bottomed white pants and stuff like that. So yeah, but, you know, on prom night or whatever, when you're all dressed up in your fanciest gowns, this is a place where a lot of people come and take their pictures. So I thought this is a good place to show people today. I mean, I don't know if this is typical of a lot of America, but this is really pretty. Is it even working? I can't see like what the camera is showing when I face it away, because my phone allows me to flip the camera so like I can face it towards me and see what it's doing. So when I face it away from me, I can't actually see the screen. These are the gardens. It's flowers. Summer is coming to an end over here. There's still, sunlight. It still can get warm, but fall weather's definitely starting. I had to wear a sweater the other night. But I love autumn. It's my favorite season ever. I think it's very romantic. It's more flowers and stuff. I mean, if you wanted to have a wedding here, I'm sure you could. It's just a really small place, so you couldn't have a lot of people. I don't know what originally this was for. Maybe it was just built for recreation, not actually for anything. But there's like, this door is never opened up here. But it's like, there's a fireplace in there and like an actual space. I don't know if you can see it, but like where you could actually walk in there and not actually be in a fireplace though. So I don't know what that's for. If like you wanted to camp out, that's a really small place to camp in. Not to mention stone ground, and the fire would be like 2 feet away from you. And my hairs. I'm not a very vain person, but I like to make my hair look nice most of the time. And I get paranoid if like my hair's like out of place. Oh, there's someone here doing photography. See, this is a very beautiful place. Am I in the way of anything? No. Okay. I'm just making a video for friends and all around the world to see what my life is like, so. Oh, here's a place you have to see. This is the fountain. It's a very pretty fountain. If I was going to get married, I would get married right on that archway up there. This fountain's fun. When it's not like super freezing out, it's not really cold today, but I have my bad foot that has like a wound on it, so I don't want to get that wet. And then, also it's not the warmest day in the world, because like I said, it is starting to be fall over here. So I don't want to get like cold fountain water all over me, but in good weather days, I will go like wade in the fountain, like take my shoes off. I love to go barefoot. Again, with my foot problem right now, though, it's not really good to do that. Basically, the arch of my left foot is falling, because your foot's supposed to like arch and like that, but it's like going flat. It's really painful. It's called plantar fasciitis. So this is the archway where I was going to get married. I mean, I'm not going to get married here anymore, but I don't know why I'm talking about marriage to like random strangers who are going to watch the video. I'm a very hopeless romantic. I'm like in love with the idea of falling in love and getting married, and that's me. I'm crazy. And then there's this cute little like, just whatever, like mosaic. I've climbed up on that wall and sat there before. And so yeah, that's the gardens. That's Hurley Gardens. It's a very, very pretty little place. I feel like that's not an oh, Jake Bradley messaging me. Sorry. That would be my boyfriend, for any of you who care. I met him on Interpals. He's from England. I was about to say he's from British. That makes no sense. That would be a typical ignorant American thing to say. Like, people in America are stupid. I'm fascinated and I love learning about foreign cultures, so I like to think I'm a little more educated about like foreign stuff than most Americans, but yeah, most Americans, all they know about other countries is like stereotypes, and they think that that's what life is like. So they're like, oh, I know all about this place. I'm gonna go there and just assume that everyone is what I've heard they are, and blah, 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 blah. It's stupid. I mean, America has its good points, and I know like a lot of the world is like, oh, America, I want to live there someday. And I mean, I know it's like one of those things where it's like, what you don't have is what you want. Like, for me, I don't want to live in America, except for the fact that Chicago's here, and I would be very sad if I had to stay away from Chicago for too long. But, I would love to live in Europe. Sorry. I'm a very avid Facebook user, and since I do have a smartphone, I have an iPhone 4, I'm getting all my Facebook notifications on my phone. I have problems. So this is like almost 15 minutes long now. Hope y'all don't mind. I really don't know if Interpals will even let me put this up because it's such a big file, and there's no way any of you who just looked at my profile for the first time are gonna watch all of this. I don't blame you, it's very long. Usually when I make videos, it's like for one person in particular, usually Jake, but So like, you know, they're long, but it's okay because they want to see the video of me. They want to like talk and stuff. Oh, there's another park back here. I'm just like walking around, whatever. My mom's probably figured out that I'm gone by now. I told her, well, I did tell her I was going out. I told her I was going to go get some chapstick because I'm addicted to chapstick. There are like 5 things in life I'm addicted to. I used to have this list. I forget what the 5th thing is anymore, but things I'm addicted to are juice, chapstick, cheese, and gosh darn it, I forget what the 4th thing is too. Juice, chapstick, cheese. Well, let's just say laughing, because laughing is my favorite thing to do on earth. If you can make me laugh, there's a good chance we're gonna be friends. Unless you're like an idiot or a jerk or a mean person. Like, I'm one of those people where like I'm you know, like I'm tough, I can handle people like insulting me and stuff like that. But at the same time, I'm very like sensitive. I don't know, it's hard to explain. And just for like, not trying to be like, you know, ignorant or assuming anything, but, you know, for those of you that aren't American or from an English-speaking country, I don't want to try to explain too many things complexly because I don't want to confuse you too much. I mean, there's a good chance, a lot of people that I talk to on Interpals actually speak English very well, so bravo. I mean, I can speak French, not fluently, but enough, like I could go to France and like not really need to speak any English at all. I just walked around in a complete circle, like all this way. I'm coming up this way. I'll probably have to end this video soon, and then I've got to make like a personal video for a few other people. So I'm gonna try to do that on my walk back. Oh my gosh, blowing up my face, for goodness. And anyway, so there's a truck coming. That's like a utility truck, like that's not a normal truck that people would drive. That's just like what they would do for like work or something. That is for Murray Remodeling Company. Don't know what they remodel precisely. Homes, I don't know, cars. I'll let you see more scenery, I guess. So yeah, this is like suburban America. For those of you who don't know what suburban means, I don't know how to define it. I just know that that's what my area is called. I guess this is suburban. It's like, you know, not the city, but we're not like completely out in the country, like, you know, with no neighbors around for miles or anything like that. I guess Wheaton, where I live, is a pretty like wealthy town. Like a lot of people around here drive, you know, like Mercedes or BMWs, and it's not particularly this area so much, but there are areas like all around that are, you know, pretty big houses and stuff like that. I live in a fairly small house. I'm not like super wealthy or anything. I'm not poor. I'm not complaining. I'm pretty happy with my life. I wish I could afford a horse. I wish I could afford a horse, but whatever. So yeah. It's a population of about 20,000 people here. Chicago's like a population of like 2.7 million-ish. I love Chicago. I'm coming back up to the gardens now. I'm going to film the gardens for like another individual person, so I'm going to end this video soon, but I'll stand here and say a little more. But yeah, so Chicago's really huge. A lot of Chicago isn't actually like the city of Chicago though. Like Chicago means like the entire Chicagoland area, which takes up like, you know, for those of you who know Illinois, like if this was Illinois, like Chicago's like the upper right corner, like right on Lake Michigan. And then like a lot of Illinois right under that area, so like north, gosh, I am terrible directions. North, this way is west, so east. So like upper northeast Illinois, and then into northwest Indiana, and then like the states above it, like Wisconsin and Michigan. A lot of that is considered the Chicagoland area. So if you take in like all of the Chicagoland area, like the, you know, I'm part of Chicagoland area, and I'm about an hour northwest. The entire population of Chicagoland area is like around 9 million, because Chicago is like friggin' huge. It's the 3rd most populated city in America. And then we've got our massive skyscrapers, like Sears Tower, for those of you who know about it. Although it's been named the Willis Tower now, which is absolutely stupid. No one's gonna ever call it that. It's the Sears Tower. You can't change the name of a national landmark and expect people to listen to that. It's like saying Pluto isn't a planet anymore. Anyways, stupid little rants. This probably didn't tell you much about me in general, but I do have like a info bio on Interpal, so you can read that. This is more just like what life in like, you know, typical Midwest suburban Illinois looks like. So yeah, I hope this was informative, and still don't know if I'll put it on Interpals, but even if I don't actually put it in the About Me section, plus I suck at technology, so I don't know if I could actually figure out how to like put it in there, like make the link actually active. But maybe I will, maybe I won't, but if I won't, I will definitely at least send this, I will upload it somewhere and send it to people on InnerPals so that they, for the people who wanted to see a video of my life, they can. Anyways, it's 20 minutes now, so I'm gonna stop. Hope you enjoyed. Bye!